So I'm thinking we'll add some generic animation to the face, so we just utilize the shape keys that we've created before. So first of all, maybe we'll start with just adding generic blinks here and there. So let's switch to the data part where we have the shape keys and select the blink. And I'll press I on 0 frame for now, so I can set the key. With my mouse has to be over the value part, over the value slider. So let's go to some frame, doesn't really matter which one. Press I once again. Move 2 frames forward. Blinks are very fast usually, as you know. And increase it to 100, or 1. Yes, 1 is the max value. Increase it to 1, press I again, so we can set the key, and move 2 more frames and set it to 0 again, and press I, so we set the key again. And what we get is our character blinking. So I'm thinking let's copy it out. Now we have this small animation of him blinking, and I would like to do a couple more blinks during that walk. So let's change that part of the UI to graph editor, and you can see that blink as a graph. Let's select it by pressing B and getting to the rectangular selection tool, and move our slider somewhere else. And then because we have the key selected, we can press Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste the keys. Here they are. Get another blink. And maybe one more, and we'll decide maybe later where we would like those blinks to be. And blinking really brings the character to life. Of course, you gotta be careful with it. You don't want him to blink all the time like a crazy person. I'm gonna switch it to textured mode so I can see from the camera view with a higher frame rate. Because when it's unrendered, of course, it cannot do full 25 frames or 25 or 24 frames per second. At least not on my computer. Okay, let's maybe add raise his brows somewhere, like he saw something and got surprised. Maybe a little bit faster by moving this key backwards and in decreasing distance between the keys and making the change faster. And I'm thinking, a change of mood is usually happens together with a blink. This is one of the guidelines to where to use blinking in animation. See, it looks much more natural when a character is like blinking when it's getting surprised. And let's move the eyes as well. We have the controller here. I'm not using auto key now, so every time I make some change I have to press I on the keyboard if I want it to be recognized by the timeline. So my character looked in some direction, got surprised because of it. And now we can use the other facial expression that we created and maybe make him angry once he looks in other direction. First, let's make him look there, and that's also another guideline. Every time eyes drastically change their position, we also have to blink. Just find a position for that change of gaze. Maybe here. First I pressed I, and then I moved a couple frames forward and changed the position of the eyes and pressed I again. And we have that. And let's move a blink so that eyes are closed in the middle of that motion. So he looked there, he noticed something, and that got him angry. I don't know. Probably saw this ugly wall that I made. So we need to simultaneously decrease the value of brows being raised up and brows going down. And then that's what we get. Okay, we can start rendering out the video.